All right, guys, welcome to our Tuesday night training. I greatly appreciate it. I know this is a new time for everybody, so it may be a few people jumping in a little bit late, but they can go back and catch the replay on this as well. Want to be kind of, watch our time so we can get on the Founders Club Zoom too. But Helaman had reached out and wanted to jump on our team training and talk about a few things. So we were going to let him talk tonight. And Helaman's been around. How long you been here?
I've been with Singular for about almost 5 years.
Okay, now I was going to say 5 years. I would have hit the nail on the head. So, but Helaman's going to be talking about some things. But I'm Dawn Abbott. Everybody knows who I am. Silver Director. I share the space with Leslie Olau, an executive in Indiana. Tammy Glowacki out in San Diego, Silver Director, and Stephanie Wood. And you probably are going to see Stephanie Wood's name twice, and that's because we're sharing her Zoom. But she is on. I do see her name down there, and she's an executive in Texas now. So anyways, so I'm going to let Helaman kind of take over, but what we're going to talk about tonight, and it's what I put in the information on on the link for tonight, is just being a team player. And what it means for the momentum and going into, the new year or our busy time. And if you think about it, 90-day plan is what everybody talks about, being consistent for 90 days and it's going to pay off. Think about where we're at in 90 days. It's going to be at the beginning of the year during our most crazy time. And we know that's when people come out of the woodwork. So, and I'm really excited about this whole collaboration thing that we've got going on. And Helaman and I talked about this several weeks ago when we planned the Zoom, and I knew what we needed to talk about. And now as Singular as a whole, coming along together and locking arms with each other and this whole new gut collective thing. So this all kind of plays into perspective, in my opinion. And what got me thinking, and why I knew Helaman would be really good at this, is when we were at XLC back in July, we did a like a scavenger hunt type thing, and we were grouped together with people that we didn't. Now Helaman probably knew everybody because of what he does with Singular, being the field director or field development. But a lot of us didn't know each other, and we had to go do this scavenger hunt, and it was really exciting. We were cheering people on, and we were pumping people up and encouraging people to do things that were out of their comfort zone. They had us singing, and I don't sing. So and doing silly videos and stuff like that. But it was the whole team atmosphere that just kept pushing us to keep going and keep going. So I thought it'd be really neat. Kind of ties into what we're going to talk about tonight, but I'm going to turn it over to Helaman. He's much better at talking about this stuff than I am. But if you've got questions, put them in the chat and we'll address them after Helaman gets talking.
Perfect. Thank you, Don. Appreciate all the efforts to get this team together. And also Steph, good to see you. I know you're busy doing other stuff too, but Leslie, Tammy, Colette, all of you guys, Elsa, I know who all you are. Kat, I don't know if I met Kat before. Where's Kat from?
Kathleen is out in San Diego also. She's an
Okay.
executive. But no, you
I think I've actually texted Kat before, now that I think
okay.
about it. Hey, how's it going? Yeah, I've texted you. I know who you are. Okay, so I do know everyone here. I just wanted to make sure I knew faces and all that. But Don, I think you prefaced and started this meeting the right way. One of the cool things that we're seeing right now as a company is unity. And I'm not going to go into crazy details of things that have occurred, but some things have happened. And usually certain things that happen, whether people leaving the company or something, it turns into a big negative in many ways. But having certain leaders leave and certain things happen in the right before our big event of Fest actually turned out to be a really good thing. And it's because it brought us closer together. It brought unity, and it also helped us understand how can we best serve each other and help each other. And so when we went into Fest, we not only saw it, but felt it. And now coming from Fest and going into these fall months, it's just been gaining more momentum. Let me give you some good examples of this momentum and energy that we have felt. So as a field development team, we have had countless phone calls, text messages from current leaders to upcoming leaders in our company, telling us how many new people they're getting on their team that are coming back from from the dead. It feels like, right? People that we've had on our teams or leaders, and we're not just talking about managers or directors. We're talking about executives. We're talking about people that were in many cases legacy leaders, and they're starting to trickle back into the company. We can talk about a lot of different reasons why, but some of the things that I wrote down and that really has helped me to understand why that's so is because of who we stand for and what we have as a company. They have gone to other companies, they have done other things. They always think the grass is greener. And honestly, Zingular takes the cake. I have only been with Zingular. My previous job was teaching, but I have friends that have gone to Plexus, that have gone to doTERRA, that have gone to Young Living, that have gone to LifeVantage. And honestly, the list goes on and on. And there's nothing, and this is their testimonials, not mine, that compares to the unity and community that we have at Zingular. Our compensation plan is as simple as it can be. Our products have become more simple. They have been complicated. We've complicated the process in the past, but because of the Gut Collective, because of the lessening the amount of coaching, the bundles that we're putting together, the products that we're making better, we are going into the right direction when it comes to our products as well. But what it has done for our community is being able to know that we have a company that has core values, that we are here to not only help you with your businesses, but also help you and meet you where you're at when it comes to growing with the company. So that is why my challenge and my hope is for this team, and I'm actually giving similar presentation and thoughts into another training right after this one, is to lean in into this team. Find ways where you can kind of rise where you're at when it comes to your leadership, your personalities, when it comes to helping one another, serving one another, being direct and honest with each other, but also understanding and having empathy for each other as well. That is where we're going to stand strongest moving forward as a company, is knowing full well that we have each other's backs and that we're able to do everything that we can to be in each other's corners. And that's why we're doing a lot of these trainings, get-togethers. I'm traveling end of this month into Texas. I had a phone call earlier with somebody today. She was currently still is a lifetime platinum director. Life happened, things happen. She's like, well, those are over. I'm coming back to Zingular because I never wanted to leave. I just had a lot of things to happen. And she's coming back with she put it, with a vengeance, right? Like really excited. And since then, she has seen, again, a simplicity of our products. Comp plan continues to become more simple, and a duplication process where she's able to be more bold and direct when it comes to the business. And that's what's getting her really fired up, is really, really leaning in the team that she's under now and being able to be bold and direct when it comes to how we present and showcase what we have at Zingular, right? And so another example that I have is Toddy Sylvester Dallo, who in 35-ish days, she hit Founders Club. Now, I try to study Toddy. I don't work directly with her. Brock does. But Toddy does everything in her power to come up to me, and I'm sure she does with you and a lot of people in the company, and says, hi, hello, how are you? Sweetie, you look great, in her style and her personality. And so after studying her, I said, well, what makes Toddy, with her personality, get her to the point where she's earning Founders Club in 35 days? And something really stood out to me. One is she has a servitude, right? She is out there to serve and help anyone that she can. Two, she's very direct and bold about the business. It doesn't matter if it's somebody that she met at a salon, to somebody she sits next to in the plane, to somebody that made her smoothie at the airport. She is seeing every person's potential and leading them to the next step to say, honey, this is something I have for you. It's going to change your world, right? She does not hold back. And then she's just a lover of people. I call her the great connector, because she just connects, and she sees everyone for what they can become and more. And so that is kind of my challenge for this team, is find ways not to completely turn into a toddy. What I'm trying to say is, how do you pull the toddy out of you, right? How do you get that connector attitude, the serving attitude, the bold and directness when it comes to what you have to share about Zingular? How are you going to do that to the people you talk to today and tomorrow, right? How are you going to do that with the current team that you have? How are you going to do that with people that used to be in your team that are trying to make a comeback? And those are the things that's really making the biggest waves right now as a company. The new team that kind of established when we had some leaders leave, the new team that kind of came together and stayed with Zingular, they're called Team Integrity, which I think is super awesome that they do that. It goes with our values as a company. And so that's kind of my thoughts for tonight. I know you guys have other things to do and you have other trainings to jump on. And I have to jump on too as well. But it's really lean in, rise where you're at right now, unify as a team. You can see the people that are on this Zoom right now. How do you best serve each other, right? How do you best serve people outside of your circle as well? And how do you bring the inner toddy out of you, right? How do you become that connector, that directness, that boldness? How do you really, really exude the values that we have as a company and showcase those things to others, right? If you're a little bit hesitant about sharing the opportunity, let's start there. Talk to me, talk to Don, talk to Steph, talk to Tammy, talk to one of us. Let's get that out, right? Let's remove that roadblock. If you're hesitant about the products, all right, let's become a product of the product. Let's learn about it. Let's go into it detail. Let's become an example of it. Let's find some talking points for you to really, really fall in love with the products. And it's all going to start with you using the products, right? If you're hesitant about your confidence levels, you're not really sure, you're not really sure if you're capable, let's talk about it, right? So let's remove these roadblocks, because right now we are, like Don was saying, in a season of growth. November is going to be our best month yet this year. And it's just going to keep going as we go into holidays, as we go into the new year, as we go into the spring. And I don't know if you guys knew this, but this last summer was actually one of our best summers yet. I feel like some of the biggest highs that we had as a company were awesome in the previous years, but summers were our lowest of lows. But our summer has kind of become more medium, right? We actually had a great summer that outcompete a lot of our spring and fall months. And so there's something changing, and the world is changing. There's a lot of distraction and a lot of things are shifting, but we as a company are also shifting, and we're looking for the next leaders to help us to embody what it is that we're trying to do in the next year, 5 years, 10 years, and forever, right? And so that is my challenge for you guys, is just to be thinking of these things, unify more than ever, both in this team, gain momentum and growth. If there are roadblocks, let's talk about them. Let's get rid of them. Let's help you to find confidence within yourselves. And then let's recognize each other for any achievements that you achieve, not just a new rank, but hey, you got 2 enrollments this month instead of 1 that you did last month. That's a big win, right? Some gal today, she said, Helaman, I only got 2 enrollments last month. I said, Jacqueline, it was not a 0. You could have easily gone for 0. You had this go on, you had this go on, you had this, and yet you still won the month because you had 2 new customers come in. That's a win. Let's stop with the negative and let's start with every positive that we can. And if you're having a hard time finding the positive, I promise you one phone call with me and I will show you all the positive. Okay. I will look at the positive. I'll find the positive. No matter what it is, we will pull that from you, because that's what we see in you. Right. And so we're ready to roll and we're ready to run. So if you guys are willing to take that challenge and just be that example, then we're ready, and we were looking for you guys to help us with that. So again, try to be brief, point to the point, but we're just super excited for what's to come. And there's only 3 field development managers now. So there's only Brock, Taylor, and myself. And so Brock's in the West Coast, Taylor's in the East Coast, and I'm right in the middle. I got kind of this North Dakota down to Texas and Minnesota down to Louisiana. And so those are the regions that we cover. But we're here for you. So call us, text us, message us any way, shape, or form. We're here to find the positive. Okay. That's what I have, Don. Thank you.
Perfect. Thank you. How do we, what's the best way if we have not gotten in touch with one of y'all what's the best way to just call member services and?
No, actually it's just to find us on Facebook. If you
Okay.
find us on Facebook, shoot us a Facebook friend request or send us a message. We're very active on Facebook. We get a lot of people coming in and adding us, and then we'll send you our phone number, or we'll send you the best way to contact us, whatever is easier for you. But
all right.
And yeah.
I mean, straight to the point, and that's what we wanted tonight, and just being very honest and real and open. But anybody have any questions for Helaman? I know he's got another training to jump on also, but anybody have any questions at all? I like the inner Toddy. Pull the inner Toddy out of you. That's gonna be our new phrase, right?
I gotta warn Toddy because I don't think I told her. It's like, Todd, if you hear this, it's a good thing. It's just it came from this training. It's starting to go all over the place, but it's a good thing.
We're gonna make it go viral.
Yeah,
Toddy will go viral if she's not already, and she should be.
Yeah.
Colette somebody had a question about Founders Club. It was Tammy. Did you get that? Did y'all answer that? Or do you need Helaman to answer that for you?
No, I think we got it.
Okay.
I think we got it. Yeah. Thank you, though.
Okay.
Thanks.
All right. Well, cool, Helaman. We will let you jump off, and then we'll finish up with some of our team stuff that we got going on with our turkey trot going on and stuff like that. So, but I greatly appreciate it. Greatly appreciate it. I think it was really good. I think it's something we all needed to hear too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, appreciate you guys. I'm one text away. So if you guys need anything, just let me know, okay?
All right. Thanks, dear. I appreciate it.
Okay. We'll see you guys.
Thanks, Helaman.
My pleasure. See you guys.
Thank you, Helaman. Have a good
Thank
evening.
you.
All right. Good stuff. Good stuff. Anybody, so we've got the turkey trot going on. I think we've got the schedule all figured out. Miss Tammy did that. We got it all figured out. I think all the gifts, I don't know what a total number, but it's well over $500 worth of stuff, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
That we're going to be giving out.
Yeah. We've got, I forget the exact number. We've done very well.
Good.
We've done well.
Thank all of y'all for jumping in, and we'll have prizes and stuff like that too. And that's pretty much it, unless, if you haven't listened to the Gut Collective stuff, you need to go listen to that. When you listen to Lacey's Gut Collective video, then get into the Gut Collective group. Have your upline invite you in, or you'll have to and answer questions. I already got reprimanded from Lacey because somebody didn't answer questions, so they're running that Gut Collective group like a really, really tight ship, which I like. So it doesn't go far left or far right or whatever you want to call it. So it's really kind of strict on the rules getting in. Make sure your customers are Gut Collective customers only, not just the gut products. Lacey kind of clarified that in a video. They definitely just wanted Gut Collective people that are in there. So let your prospects know that they need to answer the questions. And I think it asks who your sponsor is maybe now, I think. I knew Lacey was going to go back in and change the questions. So, and then, it's pretty straightforward. If y'all haven't flipped through the group, it's amazing. It's really, really good. So if you haven't listened to the Gut Collective thing on Room at the Top, you need to go listen to that because you're going to get left behind. You are going to get left behind. So
Mhm.
anybody got anything, any questions? If not, we'll wrap it up.
I like team integrity. That's pretty dang
I do
cool.
too. Yeah. I do
That's
too.
really, that's very, very cool. That's
Yep.
good.
Yep, good stuff. Good stuff.
Yep.
Anyways, all right. Well, if that's it, we'll jump off and go get caught up and then get on the Founders Club Zoom here in just a few minutes.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank y'all for jumping on. It was quick and to the point. And we will see y'all back in a little bit.
Okay,
Bye.
bye. Thank you.
Bye.
Thanks, Dawn.
Thanks, Dawn.
See you
Good
later.
night.